Welcome to Chatty Sparkly Runners, and this is the programme all about hills. Do you love them or do you hate them? Some people love them, some people hate them, but what we want to do is by the end of this 10 minutes
Make them your friend.
Make them your friend. You might not love them, but they'll be your friend. Is that what we're going to say?
Yeah, I think so.
You're going to do the first bit about beginners, and I'll do the second bit about how more experienced runners might use hills.
Absolutely. We're going to walk up this hill?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
as they're going to spin around.
hill.
This is my favourite hill, by the way. So this is why
I
we're
don't know
here.
why this is your favourite
Well,
hill.
because it's just the right gradient. If I was to go on the line like that and show people what the gradient of the hill is, because you can't tell in the camera,
okay.
It's just like that. And it's my favourite hill because this is where I do my hill training. So here we are. It's beautiful. And there's no traffic because
there aren't
the
any
road
cars.
doesn't go anywhere. So
it's a great place to do a film.
yeah, okay, good.
And there's dappled sunlight coming through the trees.
So some people love them, some people hate them.
Yeah.
What do beginners, in your experience, think?
Beginners are either afraid of them
Yeah.
or they regard them as a huge challenge
Yeah.
and think they've got to get to the top, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I take
So
my
what about
groups,
yeah.
because I always start on the flat for the
Yes.
first few weeks, and then when I say that, oh, we're going to go to a hill today, it's oh no.
Okay. Yeah.
People are a bit afraid of them, aren't they?
Okay. So why are they afraid of them?
Why are they afraid of them? Because they know that as soon as they start running up them, it's going to be much harder work.
Okay. And so they might get out of breath and their legs go heavy and they get,
So how do you avoid that? Well, you just make sure you stay chatty all the way up.
Yeah, so you have to walk.
So you have to walk.
If
As
you
soon as
can't-
my beginners realise I'm not going to make them run to the top, they're a lot happier.
So if you can't talk, walk.
If you can't talk, walk.
And it's still good training if you're walking
Yeah.
up the hill.
That's what
Yeah.
I say. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can feel my legs working as I'm walking up this hill. So
Yeah, it's just the
you're
right. Yeah, it
strengthening
is.
your legs up, aren't you, as a beginner?
Yeah, the extra gradient means that you've got greater force and you'll get your legs stronger.
Yeah.
So a hill should be your friend, really. What about the ones that see it as a challenge then?
Yes.
What happens after they get to the top of the hill?
Well, if you see it as a challenge and you push all the way to the top, what I say to them is you're going to be doubled over, huffing and puffing at the top,
with
aren't you?
heavy-legged.
Heavy legs,
All the things
feeling
we say you
tired.
shouldn't do.
Yeah, it's going to put you in that unpleasant place that we say you shouldn't go to, isn't it?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I can normally convince my beginners that that's not the thing to do quite quickly.
Yeah, I'm sure we can.
Yeah.
So we're just going to go up gently and we're just going to walk when you need to. And then
And gradually what happens is you do hills every week, walking up them, beginning to run up them. The fitter you get, all of a sudden you find, oh, crumbs, I've just run halfway up there.
Yeah, or I've run all the way up there.
Yeah,
and,
and a
carry
few
on
weeks
off the top.
later,
Yeah,
oh my
yeah.
goodness, I'm still chatty and I've actually got to the top.
So hills are a good way of testing
Yes.
your improvement, of working out
Yeah,
if
they
you're
are.
improving or not. Yeah.
So don't fear them, but take them gently. And keep chatty,
Yeah.
is my message
And
for beginners.
Yeah, and acknowledge the fact that you're going to have to
Yeah.
slow down. And if you have to walk, so be it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. This is quite steep, this one.
It is quite steep now, isn't it? But because I've had a group now that's been going for about 12 weeks,
Oh yeah, just stop here.
we
Yeah.
have started doing something different with our hills.
Oh, okay. What are you doing
Yeah,
this
so
time?
we're now doing sparkly.
Ah, okay. That's what I was going to...
And you were coming on to that next, weren't
Yeah.
you?
So I'd go up there because you've never done a sparkle for anybody. So I'm going to let you sparkle.
No, you expecting me to sparkle up there?
And then I'm going to judge where 10 seconds is going to
Yeah,
be.
so let's explain a sparkly hill, shall we first?
So well, it's the same as a sparkly on the flat.
Yeah. Okay, so what if people don't know what a sparkle is?
Okay, so a sparkle, yeah, there is some confusion, is a 10-second burst of using your body's stored energy, which is already there. So the energy is in the muscle cells, ready to go.
Yeah.
And it actually does have a spark, because it has a bang, off you go, and you can generate a huge amount of energy in a very short space of time. But only that startup motor, you've only got really 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And then
So if
you've
you're
got to have a
new
rest.
to Chatty Sparkly Runners, it's like a stride, but it is only 10 seconds
Yeah.
of faster running.
Yeah, fast, relaxed, 10
Fast,
seconds. And you go as
relaxed.
fast as you like, and you
Yeah.
won't get out of breath. So even if you're on quite a steep hill like this, you can do 10 seconds and you still won't get out of breath because you're still using the same energy. Just the gradient of the road has changed, but it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Okay,
It
so
doesn't make your legs ache though.
yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go 10 seconds up the hill, and what we've got to think about is watching Anne, and when she gets to me, have a listen to her breathing to see if we can prove that it's 10 seconds. So here we are. That's your 10 seconds, because don't forget you can run shorter. You've got a shorter distance when you're running uphill because you're not going to be running as fast. I'm ready when you are. Yes.
Okay.
We wouldn't want to miss this. Stop. Okay,
That wasn't 10 seconds, that
yeah.
was only about 7.
No, it was 8.5. Okay. So are you out of breath at all?
No.
No, not at all.
No.
Are you?
I took a little bit of breath at the end.
Yeah. When you stop.
When you stop.
You take on a sparkle. You take a bit. Okay, my go, because I'm going. Okay. So
That's about 6 seconds.
Yeah, but that's plenty. So once you've got to the top of the hill, you can get your breath back, or if you've just been running chatty, you've got to have a bit of downhill to go. So what
Well,
I
hopefully
do,
you've got some downhill to
yeah,
go.
when I do this hill session, up the top there's a flat 100 metres, so I jog
Yeah.
100 metres and then come back. But then I've got 400 metres of downhill.
So this, Colin, is if you're doing the same hill over and over again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I'd go downhill, and I'd lean forward. You lean in order. A lot of people lean back, but actually you've got to lean forward. Lean forward just a little bit. Keep your body upright, and then you zoom downhill.
Yeah. So a lot of people, some people might not like running downhill more than they hate running uphill.
No,
because,
yeah, that gives you a bit of a bash if you're not
it
careful.
does. You have to be careful.
But it's really, the other thing about the uphill sparkles, I noticed that when I did it, is that you have to bring your knees up a
Yeah.
little bit higher, so you get a good range of motion, and it's really good for your running style when you get back on the flat, I think.
But downhill, you can feel your legs running away with you if you're not
Yeah,
careful.
of course you can, and that's good because it
That's good.
gets your cadence up and
Yeah.
cadence going nicely. Let's go back downhill, because I want to say, finish off by saying how else you can use the hills.
Yeah.
We really haven't got time to go into it too much today.
We've
but
done one on,
the
proper
Lydiard Hills.
Lydiard
Yeah,
Hills.
so
This
what-
is just hills, a beginner's guide to hills,
Yeah,
isn't it, really?
But then, so there's 3 other ways that you can use hills. The
Yeah.
one is you cruise up them. You just feel really good,
Yeah.
feel
Once
good
you're
running.
fitter,
Yeah, this is for experienced
yeah,
people that are
and
fit.
you're more experienced.
So you can use the hills just to cruise up them, and that's a really good confidence booster.
Yeah. So you get a little bit breathy, but you wouldn't be totally out of breath.
No, and then when you come to the harder training, the anaerobic training, you might want to do hill reps where you go up them really fast. So if you've got a hill here it's going to take you 90 seconds to get up, perhaps 2 minutes. You might do 4 or 5 lots of 2 minutes, and with the jog back recovery.
Yeah. You'd have to be quite experienced to do
Yeah, and you'd only use that at a particular time of your training
that. Yeah.
plan. But then the other one, the one that really gets your leg strength is where you use the gradient of the hill to do steep hill running and bounding up the hill, which is more what we call a plyometric exercise. So that's not running fast at all. That's just
Yeah.
getting
you
your
start
legs
to
working.
do that because when I started to sparkle, and as you said, you have to lift your knees up a
Yeah.
little bit. That's just the next stage on, isn't it?
Yes.
Lifting your knees higher and perhaps not moving as
We
fast
have
up
done-
the
we
hill.
have
And we've
done-
done a video on that.
We've done a
haven't
video
we?
on that steep hill running.
So,
So we have to link it to this
We'll
one.
link it on the website.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there are lots of different ways to use
Yeah,
hills.
and
But the
hopefully-
message of this video is really
Hills are your friend, aren't
they're
they?
your friend. You can use them in different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you shouldn't be afraid of them. And perhaps you've got other ideas of how you use hills that we haven't
Yeah.
mentioned.
So thank you very much for watching. It's been great fun coming here. I don't know if you heard, but there's been a cuckoo absolutely
Yes.
going mad
Yes.
in the background. I don't know whether you can hear that or not. But if you want to tell us about how you use hills, that would be fantastic. Or if you have people in your group, you're a run leader, and people, how you get them to like hills, that's
Yeah, perhaps you've got other tricks to get them to like
yeah.
it.
And if you can like us on Facebook, or we're quite happy to share, for people to share our videos.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we've
What-
there
share
on
it as
YouTube.
widely as you can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll share on Facebook.
And-
Don't forget to visit our
yeah. You can't
website.
share from the group. You can share from the page.
Yeah.
'Cause that's-
Okay, so we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.